in the not too distant future. Somewhere in time and space. Drawing Conclusions did a top 5 countdown of our favorite MST3K. Woo! Anyway.
Yes, today we are reviewing our top 5 favorite Mystery Science Theater 3000 episodes. What is number 5? Drumroll.
Season 7, episode 24. Samson versus the Vampire Women.
Yes.
All right, so this one was one I discovered later after I'd seen all the other ones, and I gotta say it really rose through the ranks and pushed out some other shows that I would consider top 5. This one was really funny. It's an old black and white, almost like Hammer style vampire movie, if you know what that is.
No.
It's like the Christopher Lee vampire movies from way back when.
Okay, yeah.
Anyway.
I don't know, I've never seen them.
It's okay. Anyway. This is hilarious. It was made in Mexico, and the film originally is in Spanish,
right,
but they dub it in English.
Right.
And the dubbing is some of the best stuff in the world. Even without Mike Crow, Tom Servo ragging on the show, making fun of it.
Yes, it is. It's amazing.
The voiceover stuff by itself is hilarious.
Yeah.
It is truly funny.
The Kermit the Frog dad is the best.
Yeah, the Professor Roloff who talks like this. I don't know.
Why do you talk like that?
Yeah, why are you talking like that?
What is wrong with you?
And the best part, Samson, the hero of the show, is a
luchador.
Yes. You can't go wrong with that. And his intro is one of the best ever. It's so funny and just out of left field. It's like, what?
Well, and
this is the guy.
It has the rampant misogyny that you can only enjoy in really old black and white movies, where the main character of the story is basically treated like an idiot who has no say over her own life. And she is basically an idiot, actually. So
yeah. Isn't it strange to be shaped like a vampire?
It's just,
you're probably just crazy.
And it has great quotable lines.
Oh yes.
From Mike and crew, which our kids quote.
They do
this movie all the time.
yes.
They quote the movie, but also the riffs. So it's riffs. Really quotable.
It's very quotable.
It's very good.
It's a great one to check out. It's very funny,
yeah.
Beginning to end, and there's wrestling. So, and it's like the vampire women talk in this ridiculous, ethereal way.
Right.
The voice actors do,
right.
Who dubbed the English version. It's so silly.
And some of the worst vampire effects that you'll ever see.
Oh yeah, complete with rubber.
The history.
Vampire bats on strings. Guys running over the capes like they're flying.
Right. Yeah, they're just running. They don't fly.
Yeah.
They're just anyway.
And
awesome.
It's awesome. It's really great
All
stuff.
right, Josh, number 4.
Number 4 comes from season 10, and that is, what episode was that? Yeah, whatever. Final Sacrifice, season 10.
Is it season 10? That was season 9.
Yeah, season 10, episode 10.
Oh, yeah.
Final Sacrifice.
That's right, the Final Sacrifice.
All right. I know you're a fan of this one. We'll go with you first. What do you like about this one?
Well, the Final Sacrifice contains one of my favorite, commentary riff lines of any Mystery Science Theater 3000 episode ever. It's just so simple and well-timed and perfectly delivered, and
it just hits.
And when I first heard it, it just made me laugh. I just wasn't expecting it, and it was hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
So it just did the whole, there's, it's this bad movie that has a lot of, movie cliches in it.
Yes. And
the whole story of the Final Sacrifice is this kid, a teenage kid, trying to figure out
Troy
why his dad died. What are the circumstances behind his
dad's
father's mysterious death?
Right.
And so the movie starts out actually 7 years prior to him standing in the graveyard, which is also one of my favorite lines ever. It has this little prologue or whatever,
right.
And then they have the credits, and it's 7 years later.
Yeah.
And the guys say 7 years after the credits. Anyway, so I love that line. But he's standing in the graveyard, and we can hear what's going on in his head. We can hear his thoughts.
The inner monologues going.
Yeah, his inner monologues going, and he says, "I wish I knew what happened to you." And the line just is, I died. I mean, and it's just simple and pure and funny, and I love it. It's one of my favorite lines of all time.
Also in this is, you can't forget the hero of the story.
Yeah.
Zap. Rousedower.
What is
So great.
the
I mean,
funniest name
I'm Bill
ever.
Stinkwater. You know? I love the show. So I was just like, every time that they say a guy's name, oh, it's so freaking great. Rousedower.
Well, and there are some great scenes on the Satellite of Love with this one. With
Yes.
the hockey hair and the making fun of Canada.
Yeah.
And it's that's what's really
prospector
fun.
hair.
And The Final Sacrifice is just such a strange movie. It's like there are no extras in this movie
Right.
the entire time. It's like they live in a ghost town.
Yeah.
The only characters are, what is this guy's name in the red sweater?
Sartoris. Oh, no. Troy.
Troy.
Yeah. Troy McGregor.
Troy and Rousedower and the villain and his henchmen. And then like the
prospector
old
guy.
prospector guy.
Oh, and then grandma.
And grandma. Yeah. And that's it. That's like the whole entire movie. It's like
but Larry Zonka makes his cameo.
But they're in town, and there are no cars driving on the roads. There are no people milling around the town.
Well, he talks to somebody like at the
ever.
gas station or something. Like I think that was about it. And it's probably like guy's dad. You know?
It's so weird.
It really is bizarre.
It's really weird, and it's a really dumb movie, but it's really fun, dumb movie to watch.
It is really funny, and like a lot of the Canada jokes are pretty hilarious too.
Yeah.
They're really good. But
all right.
The Rousedower stuff is just the best.
Rousedower.
Bowsy. Bibbidi bobbidi Rousedower.
Oh, and then we can't forget when he goes up to the attic to look through his dad's stuff, and they say, "Time to settle in with the Book of Mormon."
I know.
Which that hits home for us. We love that. Anyway,
that's really funny. Absolutely.
So, okay, what's number 3? Your third
number 3. What is that one? Was that? It's the Puma Man. I don't remember what season.
I think
that
it's
was
season
from.
10 as well.
Is it season 10 also?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, season.
Thepumamen, there's
season
only
10
you in my heart.
Episode 3. Oh,
the Puma Man. This is such a glorious show. I mean, by itself, again, without the commentary, you laugh your butt off. It's so ridiculous. It's so dumb. Also, Donald Pleasance is in this movie for some reason. They must have drove a dump truck full of money up to his house. I guess he was like Samuel L. Jackson before Samuel L. Jackson. I'll do anything. Pay me. So this one is about some ancient civilization.
Who knows? I mean, I've watched this so many times.
Well, it's like the Chariots of the Gods thing, only like gone crazier. Yeah. So like they give like this mask that helps people be good and gives one person power, like the power of a puma, which pumas apparently can fly, but whatever.
Well, that's why he's so bad at flying.
Oh,
because
right.
Pumas are not natural flyers.
Anyway, there's another guy who discovers the mask. Donald Pleasance's character discovers the mask and uses it to like brainwash like world leaders because he's going to conquer all.
See, that's the thing is like Puma Man doesn't have the mask, but he still has the power of the Puma Man. So is that what gives the Puma Man power? I don't think so.
Well, he's like the son of the original Puma Man or something like that.
Yeah, so I don't think the mask is what gives them their power. It's just like they're just chosen protectors or whatever. That's what I'm saying. Who knows? Because the plot's so stupid.
It really was. But it's funny to watch.
It is hilarious. And the riffing in this is hilarious.
Oh, it's
the comments
it's
about
so
the
good.
hats that she wears. And
I know. From her missing persons collection. She's in mourning for her turtle.
And, I mean, Puma Man features one of my favorite things in the entire world, which is like the worst flying you'll ever see on screen in the history of cinema.
It's like they got this guy suspended on one wire around his belt, and they said, "Here, go!" And he's like, "Whoa!"
So I played Peter Pan in 7th grade when I was 12 years old.
And you guys had wires.
And I did have one wire around my waist. And I got trained for about 3 seconds how to fly, and my flying in that production of Peter Pan was better than in this movie.
The Puma Man.
The Puma Man. And you've captured it perfectly in your drawing with his weird, like, bent knees and his bum up in the air.
Bent at the waist, awkward flying, bad posture.
Like he's doing really bad push-ups in the air.
Right, yeah. He's failing horribly at air push-ups, for sure. Oh, and the back screening of the cityscape is great. I mean, if you just pay attention to that and, like, juxtaposed with his body position and stuff, it's like, how is that even making sense? He's falling, but yet it seems like he's going up at the same time.
Yeah.
It's really crazy. Also, it features some of the worst soundtrack music score whatever for any movie that they do. This is truly awful. Like the it's
Puma Man.
Yeah.
He flies like a moron. We quote Puma Man all the time. Like that one, and then, when will he find love? Right?
Puma
like
Man.
we
Or like, I'm not a bird.
I'm not a bird.
No fly! I'm not a bird! I know. Liberace and Dockers.
Oh my gosh, it's so great. And the villains are like practicing defenestration to try to figure out who Puma Man is at the beginning.
Oh yeah, throwing people out windows and stuff.
Right? So you gotta love that.
Yeah,
That's
it's so
amazing.
glorious.
It's a crazy, bad, awesome movie, and the riffing is hilarious.
It's got terrible visual effects.
And then what's going on in the Satellite of Love on this one?
The 70s is where it starts. Or no, it's not the 70s.
No, that's the Riding with Death one.
Puma Man. Oh, that's right. Puma Man is, the party.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the
she's
party.
Trying to get everybody to come to her ball.
Yeah, come to her ball, and no one's showing up.
And no one shows up, and it's funny. That one's good.
That was pretty good.
That one, too. All right. Number 2.
Number 2, season 9, and this is a winner. Episode 14,
yes.
Riding with Death. Ba-ba-boom.
The Matthew Broderick story.
Yeah, the Matthew Broderick story. Yeah, that's one of the... So this one is great because this is a
it's not even really a movie.
It's not even really a movie. It was a TV show called Gemini Man starring, hi, I'm Ben Murphy. And it got canceled. And so they took a couple episodes that kind of...
Like the pilot, basically.
Yeah, the pilot and like one other episode that had one like some of the same characters.
Right.
And slammed them together.
Right.
And called it a movie.
Right.
And so they threw in some like, added change dialogue to make it relevant.
Right.
And oh my, it's such a train wreck of awesome.
It's a turkey, Josh.
Yes, that's right. What a turkey. That's right. So this is from the 70s, so they got tons of 70s slang, and the riffing is just all 70s ripping.
Oh my gosh,
it's so good.
Hilarious.
And the lead guy, Ben Murphy, playing Sam Casey. It's such a doofus. In every scene, he's just so funny just to watch him. And it's got what's her face, the whatever, Abby.
Abby. That's my favorite thing is in the second half. Like the second half of the movie, which is like this other episode.
Another episode.
Mashed together with this. Abby's like not in it.
No.
And so what they he clearly, obviously did to have some continuity of characters, like. Or maybe this is how the TV show was, which would make it even worse somehow.
I know.
It's like she's just on screen and she's like, "You can do it, Sam," and she's like not really a part of the story.
She's watching stuff on a monitor.
Right.
Like he's in the bar fight in the second half of the show.
And you're like,
and she's how are you watching this?
Right. Like this is. Where is the camera on?
Give it.
body?
Oh, and she does that line. Give it the old college try.
Give it the old college try.
Like, who says that?
So good.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, so this movie's about
so
he's supposed to he's part of Intersect, a secret government agency. In the first half, he's transporting this like special fuel additive that gives cars better gas mileage. And so he's like, it's like
and
a
he
trucking
went to Harvard
thing.
Law School under their Admit the Dumb program.
Admit the dumb.
One of my favorite lines too.
Yes, it's very good. Do you buy that? Yeah. And so, also, he can turn invisible because he had this satellite accident, which that happens.
Right.
And so, that whole sequence where his flashback, Abby's some gal. I'm some gal. That whole thing is awesome.
Yes.
And it lasts like 30 seconds, but it's just like, it's so great. And
well,
of course,
and the constant eyeglass cleaning.
Oh, yeah.
In the movie. And the turkey references. And
then the sidekick Buffalo.
Yeah. Buffalo, the other truck driver who's just like so corn pone, like crazy.
He's a stereotype of a stereotype.
And then his girlfriend in the second half of the movie.
They keep giving different dessert names too.
Yeah, because she's Cupcake, right? So, but then they keep calling her different things.
Yeah, banana fold over, no.
Yeah. So anyway. It's awesome. The
really
riffing
is.
in that one is awesome.
So it's funny, since it's two different episodes, the first half of the movie, quote, movie, is dealing with like a trucking scenario. Well, in the second half, it's like NASCAR racing.
Right.
It's like,
not really NASCAR.
Yeah,
anyway,
it's like minor league NASCAR racing. And so it's
Did you know they had minor league racing NASCAR?
They do. I've actually seen this. Anyway.
I'm just kidding.
But it's so crazy. It's like, how do these things go together? There's so many great things, and this is another one of those movies that's so bad you could watch it by itself.
Yes. But watching it with them is way better.
Yeah, Mike Crow and Tom Servo just
And
really enhance
this does really have like hilarious stuff on the Satellite of Love.
Really does.
Yeah, with the anyway. So definitely check that one out. Okay, but what is number 1, Joshua?
Number 1 has to go down from season 10.
No.
Episode.
Season 9, right?
Am I right? Yeah, season 9. You're right. Season 9. You're right. Scratch that. Season 9, episode 20. Space Mutiny. Bum 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 dun 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 dun. This is one of the most baffling things I've ever seen in my life. First of all, the visuals. It's a science fiction movie about a space mutiny. Anyway, all the exterior stuff, spaceships and whatnot, is all from Battlestar Galactica, the old TV show from like the early 80s.
Right.
It's like, how did they get away with that?
Well, maybe they bought it. I don't know. Or maybe they just
stole it.
And the movie was so bad that no one cared.
Well, it's funny because like
money, right?
they don't reference it at all. Mike and the robots don't reference that at all in the in this episode.
They don't.
No, they don't say, "Hey, that looks like Battlestar Galactica." Maybe they're forbidden not to do that. Anyway, but yeah, it's totally Battlestar Galactica. It's like, what? How did they get away with this?
But the inside of the ship looks like...
it's a rundown refinery.
Right, basically, they built it like in an old factory or warehouse or something.
It's an old brewery plant
just like you would imagine the inside of a spaceship looking, right? Like it's just...
With this basement, this ship a little bottom heavy?
Right. Oh my gosh, it's crazy.
This one has so many good things about it. I mean, again, the movie by itself is pure hilarity. It's so bad. But... The riffing by Mike and the Robots is probably the best, like start to finish.
Yeah.
Even, like opening credits to ending credits is still, it's funny all the way through.
Yeah.
I mean, from like Dave Ryder, who's the hero, played by Reb Brown, you're just like, what in the wide world of sports?
And all of his mini
tantrumy noises. Hey, the nicknames. Blast hard cheese. I know. Roll fizzle beef. I know. Bob Johnson. Oh wait. That was one of my favorite ones.
And then all the like old-timey insults that they riff to. Accursed mountebank.
You meddling fool. See Snidely Whiplash.
Yes.
Yeah, and the villain
Calgon. Take me, blow me away, whatever.
Yeah, I know. That dude is so great.
Yes.
Whatever his name was, I can't remember it right off the top of my head. He was freaking funny. He's so over the top. He just needs to have the big mustache and the black top hat and cape, tying people to railroad tracks. It's so awesome. And then, like, the love interest, Leah, who's apparently a doctor. You could tell by her unitard and her proficiency with a hula hoop that she was a doctor.
In the future, women are dressed like they're in aerobics class all the time.
I know.
At least according to Space Mutiny.
I know. And like the commander of the ship.
They shake their booty fannies into his faces.
I'd rather get a table dance from Trent Lott. It's one of the best lines. The commander is like this dude wearing his moo-moo.
Right.
I mean, there's so many good lines.
The weird Valerian.
Yeah, that show up and they're just
then Crow trying to decide if he's a Valerian.
Right. I'm not a Valerian anymore. I see that.
It's awesome.
I mean, so you got some Benedictine monks in the floorboards here. We gotta put out some fresh traps with fresh bread and brandy. Oh, there's so many good things in Space Mutiny. From the ridiculous, like, 80s dance club thing with the hula hoops. Shake it, Ralph Macchio.
to the 2 mile an hour.
Yes, high speed.
Zamboni or whatever, floor cleaner cart run.
I know.
Chase.
Hang on. What do you say? Hang on, we'll be reaching speeds of 3.
Right.
You have to use both horsepowers on this. Oh, it's so great.
Yeah.
Yeah, to the lobster boy. Does that guy inflate his pants to attract mates?
Yeah, so Lobster Boy reference in this drawing. Right. And then, of course, like my favorite, all the rail kills that they are tracking throughout.
Railing kill.
The ancient dentistry stuff. Yeah. And then my favorite is when there's the whole thing about, like, the guys are riffing like they're at a restaurant, like the villain's asking us.
Oh yeah. They kill the engineer guy or whatever.
I love that.
That one's awesome. The Ed Grimley character that they make fun of.
Oh my god.
She's going completely mental. Then again, she isn't.
Well, and the meeting where the villains all meet.
Oh, I know. At the card table.
Yeah. It's just hilarious.
It's so good.
The movie itself is ridiculous. You could just watch the movie and have a great time making fun of it and just laughing at it. But watching it with Mike and the robots definitely is better, right? It just is. It's the perfect.
It's just like the perfect storm of like crappy movie and great commentary.
Right.
It's so good.
It is a classic.
Spider Skank.
So you should definitely check that one out.
There's
for
just
sure.
It's like it's endless. There's so many great things about this. I mean, you just can't say enough.
Very quotable. Very quotable.
Absolutely.
All right, so that's it. Those are our top 5 favorite Mystery Science Theater 3000 episodes. Now, some of you might have noticed that not a single one of these was a Joel episode. These were all Mike episodes.
Right.
And maybe you are Team Joel and not Team Mike, and you're thinking that we're crackheads right now, that we picked all Mike episodes.
Yep.
Well, to you I have to say, I'm sorry.
I say nothing.
These are our 5 favorite episodes. We watch these are the 5 that we watch over and over and over again. So that rewatchability obviously is a big factor in what our top 5 are. But if you think we're totally wrong, leave us some comments letting us know which ones you think are better.
Yeah, I know,
whether they be Mike episodes or Joel episodes. And if you love Joel, I say check out the Joel Hodgson episode of Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee on Netflix, because that was a really funny one.
It was. Also, the one that he does, Mitchell, back in the day, that one was really funny too with Joe Don Baker.
Yeah. It's not that we don't like Joel. It's just that these are our top 5.
Yeah, and these are awesome.
All right. Thank you for joining us. I just love your picture.
Thank you.
There's so many great little things about it.
Oh, yeah.
The Larry Zonko picture, the bad flying Puma Man, which is my favorite thing, like maybe in any drawing you've ever done in your whole life. Whoa. The lobster with the gun.
Yeah, lobster boy, yeah.
It's just Abby being on the monitor.
Yeah. We got the Sam Casey's hideous jacket.
Yeah.
Oh, and that ridiculous Puma Man outfit. Yes, nothing screams Puma Man like Dockers in a brown sweater with a circle mask and cape. I'm a Puma now.
Anyway, if you haven't watched Mystery Science Theater 3000 before, we hope that this video has encouraged you to go check it out. There are some classic episodes out there that you can watch on YouTube, Amazon Prime, some other places. Just find them on DVD, whatever. Check those out.
They do riff tracks now.
Yes.
Check that out because those are great as well.
Yeah, you can go online and download commentaries, or there's also riff tracks live, which is hilarious. So you can find those. Those are like through the Fathom events. You can get tickets for that, right?
Also, those are on Amazon Prime too.
Yeah. All right, that is it. Josh, what should they do now?
Like this video, subscribe if you've not already done so, hit that notification bell, let you know a ring-a-ding-ding, let you know when we got new content. Also, leave us comments. We'd love to hear from you. Also, definitely tell us your favorite MST3K episodes. I know there's so many good ones out there that we didn't mention.
Yep.
But these are, like I said, top 5.
Anyway. All right. Thanks.
Thanks.